everybody. Welcome to the Buzzing About Romance Happy Hour edition. Tonight, we are celebrating author Mariah Ankenman. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
We're excited to have you.
Mm-hmm.
A little shit out. Holy crap, we just even started. Huge shout out to Ricky from Entangled Publications for networking with us and helping us schedule you to be here this evening. We're super excited to have you. So give your publisher a little love there.
Read her bio,
your bio.
please.
I'm going to read your bio. This is starting out so well. Stay tuned, people. Hi, Susie. Best-selling author Mariah Ankenman lives in the beautiful Rocky Mountains with her two rambunctious daughters and loving husband, who provides ample inspiration for her heart-stopping heroes. Mariah loves to lose herself in a world of words. Her favorite thing about writing is when she can make someone's day a little brighter with one of her books. To learn more about Mariah and her books, follow her on social media or sign up for her newsletter, and we will have links here for you all throughout the evening, so stick around. Hi, Heather. Okay, that's the bio.
Okay.
My husband hates that bio because his coworkers make fun of him for her husband who gives ample, inspiration for the heart-stopping heroes. They always
should be proud of that, though. Be like, this came from me.
He's not a fireman, is he? I'm just asking.
He's not. He is a website developer. So if you read The Best Man Problem Lincoln, that's probably the closest hero to my husband.
That's the one I got today.
Yay.
I am married to a IT guy, so I get that.
They're the best.
They can do all this stuff, and they have big brains. Super attractive.
He's like, fix the computer. Fix it.
Right. I have an idea. What do you think if we totally redesigned my website, this weekend?
Yeah, you could do that, honey, right?
Right?
You've got 5 minutes.
Actually, when I started my book blog, that's pretty much how it went. It was like, hey, I'm going to need this in 2 days. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, buy a domain name and build me a website. I need it now. And he's like, okay. And he did. He totally pulled through.
But the nice thing is he did it for you.
He did. He did. He pulled through. He's a good guy like that. Okay.
So getting back on track.
Right.
So the rules of the night, you can ask all the questions you want in the chat. We'll do our best to answer them. In the description of the video are links to all of the places you can connect with Mariah and us. If you follow, like, and subscribe at the end of the night, one lucky person will win a swag-filled box from us. And what kind of swag do we have tonight, Becky?
Candle that is called the Bookworm. It smells like a vintage library.
Ooh,
of course,
the best smell ever.
Right? It really does. It smells really clean, like paper linen type smell. I really love it.
It's amazing.
Stickers and a Be Happy bullet journal. Because, and I might have some pens to throw in there. I found a package of Sharpie markers that I hadn't opened yet.
Ooh.
I have a pen buying problem.
It happens. So let's kick things off in our traditional way. Mariah, what are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking a drink I kind of invented myself. I call it a slushy vodka strawberry limeade. So it is, do you know those at Costco, they have those frozen vodka, ices?
Yes.
Not at my Costco.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's because you live in Pennsylvania.
Stupid Pennsylvania.
Come to Colorado, we have all the good stuff.
You do. Lots of good stuff.
We do. So it's one of those slushies, the strawberry flavored one. And then I put in some Sprite and then just a shot of my very own lemon infused vodka.
Ooh,
nice. Do you guys make your own vodka? Because that's a thing.
I infuse my own vodka. So I'll take the Kirkland vodka from Costco. That's $12 for those big bottles because it's good vodka. And then I just do infusions. It's just one of my very weird hobbies. And it's
don't find it weird. I don't find it weird. This coming from the lady who we are planning a liquor store stop tomorrow. The boy child needs me to pick up his meds. Tomorrow is also the day that the local liquor store gets their new bourbons shipment in. And so we are timing picking up Boy Child's ADHD meds with, going to the liquor store that's in the grocery store. Anyway.
It all evens out. What are you drinking tonight, Becky?
Vodka Gimlet. I love my vodka. I'm a huge vodka. Yes. Yeah, my traditional. It's so easy to sip and it's clean and it's fresh. So, what are you drinking tonight, Leah?
I am drinking a black cherry Truly because we're low on everything. So,
Leah needs a trip to the liquor store.
And I couldn't go shopping today, so it's okay. These are good.
Okay.
So let's kick things off. Make sure you're following Mariah on whatever Becky chooses, because it's not in my list.
I'm going to throw up her TikTok because Susie brought it up first. She loves you on TikTok. She loves your videos on TikTok. I love your videos on TikTok. You're adorable over there.
I actually ventured over to TikTok today just to see your videos, and I stay away from TikTok.
Yes. Okay. This evening, you posted a video with these cute, adorable heels, which I would fall and break myself. But those heels are adorable. And you walked on bottles.
That's another one of my weird hobbies. I bottle walk. I picked it up during quarantine. At the beginning of quarantine, along with getting addicted to TikTok, which I love now. I can't get off it. It's so fun. I do aerials. Mostly aerial hoop. And obviously the school was shut down for months. We couldn't go in. And so I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? I'm from a theater background, a clowning background. My mom was a professional clown. So I'm like, what should I do? And one of my friends posted a video of someone bottle walking on their page. And I was like, that looks like fun. I have vodka bottles. I think I could do that. And so I just started doing. I've fallen a lot. To anyone who sees it's like, how do you do that? Lots of falling. So much falling. But yeah, it's really fun. And those shoes I found are the perfect shoes for bottle walking because they have just the right amount of thickness on the ball of the foot, which is what you really need to do bottle.
But I just love the heel, like the heart heel. Is just
I know. My husband got those for me Valentine's Day a few years ago. I saw them. I sent him the link. I'm like, these. I want these. Because as you can tell, everything in my life must be heart-shaped.
I kind of love it. I'm obsessed with your glasses. My girl child saw your glasses. She was like, oh, those are cute. And I'm like, great. She,
Zenai Optics online. They were actually super cheap. They're like $50. Lenses included.
My husband just got his new glasses from there, and he got these really thick, black rectangle frames. The frames were $7.
Mm-hmm.
It was like $35 for his glasses.
We should get Zenni Optical to sponsor us. That would be good.
He does. But he looks very nice in his new glasses.
So Mariah, tell us a little bit about you. Are you a reader of romance?
Oh, absolutely. I came a little bit later than most people. Most people read their moms or their grandmas, like old Harlequins. My mom did not read those type of books. She still doesn't. She's proud of me. She's like, good job, honey. I'm not reading them until you take the text out. I'm like, well, that's not happening. Sorry, Mom. Love you.
Right.
But I went into the library one day and I picked up a book. I thought the cover looked great. And I had been a fantasy reader up until that point. And I was like, oh, this looks, it's paranormal, talking about dark hunters and stuff. This is cool. And I was reading it and I got to one of those scenes and I was like, oh, is this a romance? It is. And then I just devoured the entire library section. The security guard at the library knew my name. I had my own shelf because I would check out so many books. I would just go author by author. I'd be like, all of this author's books, all of this author's books. And I fell into the hole of romance and I just haven't surfaced. Like all my books now are just romance. I love it.
It's a good hole to be in.
It is.
I was going to say, it's the best place and it's such an amazing community. So I'll take it. I know every once in a while we get some drama, but overall, I love the romance world. And and I'm an old school. I read my mom's romance, and so did Leah. I've been reading romance since I was 13 or 14, stealing them from her bedside. So I'm always happy when people find romance. It makes me, even if you just coming to it now, there's value in it. Read it. It's so good. Carolina is like, she has her own shelf at the library. Goals. Hashtag goals. We are learning. That's something we're working on right now, is like making sure that we're promoting libraries, because they're so powerful in communities, and it makes it accessible to be a reader. Because that's a question we get a lot, is like, how do you read so much? Well, I work in the industry, so it's a little easier for me than, say, somebody who doesn't work in the industry. But we are finding not all libraries are created equally.
No,
Some
because Becky, her Ohio library is like, they have thousands and thousands and thousands of romance books. And my little county library in my tiny little town has maybe like 3,000 total.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you have an e-reader? Because if you get the Libby app, some libraries will interconnect.
Becky's hooked me up.
she uses. I have 3 library cards.
Becky
'Cause
shares.
I'm obsessed with libraries. Anyway, so what was your last 5-star read?
I have it right here. Act Your Age, Eve Brown by Talia Hibbert.
I've heard that is really good.
Oh, I mean, I love Talia Hibbert. I love her so much. And this is my favorite Brown sister book. I've read all of them. This is definitely my favorite Brown sister book.
Is that the latest one? Is that the newest one?
Yes, this is the newest one. This is her newest one. So this one was definitely my favorite of the published books that I've read, because I've read some arcs by some friends that I just like fell in love with. So,
but we can't talk about those yet.
I can't, but everyone should order Jamie Wesley's book when it comes out.
We are writing this down. I always I just finished an arc of Melanie Harlow's next book coming out, and I'm like, this is tying me in knots. I love this book, but I can't really talk about it because I got 7 more days. So I get it.
It's a 7-day wait that really gets you.
It's like 7 more days.
So do you have a favorite trope to read or even write?
Yes, Sunshine and Grump. I am trash for Sunshine and Grump. I love it so much.
Me too.
And I don't care who's the sunshine or who's the grump, as long as like one of them is super grumpy and then the sunshiny character is so sunshiny that like the grump is just soft for them. Oh,
I don't think I've ever read a female grumpy.
There are some out there. Oh, and see, now I'm drawing a complete
I put you on the spot, so
it's okay. I know that there are some out there where they're like kind of the badass hard asses and not interested, and I'll find you some recs and we'll share them on the website.
Okay.
Oh, Talia Hibbert definitely has some of those too.
Yes.
Actually, the second book, Take a Hint, Danny Brown. He's pretty sunshiny and she's pretty grump.
Chloe Lisi's second book, she is the grump in her oh shoot, we rearranged the bookshelf.
You can't just
find anything now.
I can't find anything. Chloe Lisi's second book, I would say, is Grumpy Sunshine, and that's also a virgin hero. Like,
those don't happen. I like those ones.
He's positive and sunshine, and she's actually autistic and has cerebral palsy, and is like kind of negative Nancy and a bit of a downer. Lauren H. May's second book too, I would say, is Grumpy Sunshine, because he's all like into it, and she's like, there are rules. There are rules, which, you know, I like a rule. Anyway, I'm going to put Mariah's newsletter up in the chat. If you guys aren't getting your newsletter, you totally should, so you can stay on track into what's going on with Mariah and when you can get, well, whatever's next. But we'll find out at the end of the evening what's next.
So is there a trope that you will least likely write, or is there one that you don't like to read, or are you kind of open?
I either thruple up or go away. I don't like love triangles.
Don't make me pick. Yeah, I like that.
That's kind of a good slogan. Thruple up or don't bother.
Get out of here.
We'll just steal it. Mariah coined it. Hashtag.
Got it.
Thruple up.
I don't like a love triangle either.
I don't either.
It doesn't do much for me. So,
this was
Leah
my
must
question.
have put this question because I'm like, I don't know that I would have asked that, but okay.
So
Let's go
I
with
do
it.
have a question because when I was younger, I would do this. But do you mood dye your hair? Like, do you mood pick your color?
They match the cover of the book.
They do.
Oh my gosh, it totally does. Look at that.
And look at this. She has a backpack with the cover.
I do. It's my book backpack.
And it's a book. Like, that is adorable.
It's so cool. And it's even got a spot in here for my laptop.
It's the
My
best
husband
backpack
got
ever.
this for me years ago, and I took it to a writing conference, and someone stopped me and said, put your book cover on that. And I was like, that's a brilliant idea. So, and this is just a sticker.
Genius.
Awesome.
So every time I get a new book cover, I put it
Just-
on my backpack. I walk around town. I call it my introvert advertising. Don't even have to think.
Amazing.
That is
Definitely.
genius. I like
Amazing.
that.
But yeah,
love
your hair matches your book cover this time.
I didn't. I totally meant to do that. That was marketing genius on my part.
So smart. So smart.
My kids actually, sometimes I let them pick my hair color.
Okay.
This was my kids' choice. I don't know that I dye it by mood, color-wise. I definitely dye it by mood. Like when I'm like, oh, something needs to change in life. How about my hair? That'll fix everything, right?
Totally
Let's
fixes
dye the hair
everything.
again.
Totally fixes everything. That's how I am. I'll let my hair grow and then it gets annoying to the point that I'm like, okay, now we're going to chop this off. And I go from like really long hair to extreme short bob. And, you know, those are the days you're kind of like,
mine just
"Ooh, watch
stays
out."
long and boring now. Like when I was younger, like it was always short, bleached. Like I do tips and like different colors. And I don't do, it takes too much effort now. Too much upkeep.
Too much. It's just too much of everything.
I have to dry it and brush it. Like
It's a lot of work.
it's a lot of work.
Before we go on to the next thing, I am putting the Bookcase and Coffee Buzzing About Romance newsletter link in the chat. We are getting ready on Friday to announce our summer reading challenge, which is turning out to be way more than
We
thought it was
anticipated.
going to be.
Now
at
we
this
know.
point- At this point, hi Gretchen, we've had enough authors and different vendors want to be a part of our event, and so we will be giving out, I think, a prize a week.
Yeah.
We have so much
We're pretty
stuff.
excited because it's fun. It's a good time.
It's so fun, except we're really unorganized.
Oh, it's
So
it's
sign
a
up for our
learning
newsletter
curve.
so you can get all the things.
So a lot of your books, at least, or I guess, I don't know. This is Becky's question, but I'll ask it anyway.
Oh,
At
yes.
least
Okay, because
one of
I
the
just
cha-
learned what this means. Because I thought it
One-
meant something else.
Of the characters have lost a parent. Is this
Oh,
a
yeah.
storyline tool for you?
I Disneyed my characters. You saw my TikTok, didn't I? Did you?
Well, I did, but I thought Disney meant something else. I thought it was kind of like the Cinderella effect. Like, you know, there'll be a moment where they're apart and then they have to come back together. That's what I thought it meant. It was actually Danica Flynn, who is another author that we're friends with, who was like, Becky, that's not what that means. I'm like, oh, okay, sorry. But now I know that it means that at least one parent is dead.
I didn't even realize I was doing that until Entangled put a content warning on my latest book. And I was like, you know what? That's a great idea. I'm going to do that for all my books. You know, they're already published, but I put it on my website.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone needs content warnings, they're all on my website. There's a tab that says content warnings, has the warnings for all my books. I'm like, that's a great idea because, you know, some readers really need that. So I'm going to put that in a place for them. So I was going over all my books and then I realized, oh no, like every single one of my characters either has lost one or both of their parents, or they have a very bad relationship with their parents. I think there's there's no books where both characters have good relationships with their parents. Like even the books where both sets of parents are alive, like they have like at least one of the characters has bad relationships with their books. With their parents?
With a parent, at least.
With a parent, yeah. So, and I was like going through, I'm like, oh no, I killed all my parents. I Disneyed them.
That's so funny.
And I mean, I'm not saying it's, my parents' divorce fault. I'm not saying that, but I'm not saying that. Love you, Mom and
Childhood
Dad.
trauma coming through in your books. I will say, so this is something new that Entangled is doing, and I had Liz, who's the publisher for Entangled, on a podcast back in February, and we actually talked about trigger warnings then, and she hinted that they were kind of working on their policy with trigger warnings, and I love that they're taking this step, because I know that as authors, it is hard for you guys. You don't want to give a trigger warning that is going to spoil anything, and I get that. I appreciate that. But sometimes there are some books, and really, you just don't know what could be harmful to somebody. Characters that are living through their parents' bad divorces, or if one of the characters themselves is having a really bad contested divorce that has an ex with an axe to grind, could be triggering for someone in that moment. So I love that you took the extra time to go back to your older books and make a content warning page.
Well, and it's really easy to find too, because I was searching through your website today just to get to know you. Well, stalk you a little bit. I'll just say what
We're
it
stalkers.
is. But I looked through that out of curiosity, like how you had it set up. And I thought that, excuse me, I have this lingering cough that will not go away. But I liked the way it was set up, because it's the title, and you just broke it down really simple, and it's just click and there it all is.
And I never thought to put like on-page sex in a content warning, because I'm like, all right, romance, obviously, but not obviously, because there's lots of romance that, are closed door, no sex at all. So there are some readers who don't want that in their romance, and that's totally fine. If you read my books, it's going to be there. So I put that warning there.
Which really, for me, it's not so much a content warning as it is a sign to read that book, because I need the content warning on the ones that are like fade to black, sweet romance. Please do not tell me your romance is spicy or steamy, and then we close door it. I'm like, what?
It's an oxymoron right there.
I read a secret baby romance, which secret baby is my favorite trope. Like, done well, it is catnip. I will read every secret baby that is out there. It's a secret baby. And I read this book, and it fades to black. I'm like,
he's not torn up about it or anything.
Kidding me? It was, I needed a content warning on that. I did. Overall, the book was fine. It was great, but it was just really stressful for me that, it was a trigger for me that it faded to black. That's all. I don't have a problem, I promise. Right, Susie agrees with me. No closed doors. You do not have to worry about that with Mariah's book. That's all I'm saying.
No, you do not.
Apparently,
and you don't have to wait until like 80% either.
No. Sex on page happens fairly quickly, people, which is totally Becky's jam. So we're good with that. I have a question here, but I must have gotten distracted and walked away because I never finished it.
Yeah, it says a few of your leading men need to are.
They probably need like shaken or something. Parker, he needs to relax.
Yeah.
Chill.
Well, and let his mom be the adult. Honestly.
Remove the stick, dude. Nobody needs that.
I realize all the men in this series and the Mile High Firefighter series that I'm reading are very protective of the women in their life, the mothers.
Which is not a bad thing.
No. But yeah, I've built some very protective men in this. Man, don't make me analyze my books, because then I'm going to...
We don't want you to
oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? What am I pouring into my books?
No, it's okay.
She's gotten over the divorce of her parents. She's now working towards like defining what she wants in a man. So, husband, you might just want to make sure that you're, a little intense. That's all. That's all we're saying.
Do you have any idea what you were going for in that question?
Nope, no clue, because, I might have been drinking. That's all I'm saying.
Well, let's just skip it then. So the newest release is called The Wedding Dilemma. And I loved Tamsin so much. I thought she was wonderful. I was an art major in college, so when she stuck in the meat disaster moment, like I could picture that happening because I had a couple friends who did body plaster casts like that. And
I
I could just
kept
imagine
feeling
them.
every hair that was stuck. And when they come like barreling in, how embarrassing to be stuck on the floor with a plaster cast on your chest. And sexy firemen are standing around.
Yeah. And you're like, well, this is happening.
Yeah, that was one of the best meet cutes or like as you refer to it as the meat disaster. But it was one of the best I've read in a while.
Oh, thank you.
It was so cute. I really loved it. And Tamsin, she is sunshine. I mean, like, she's just kind of happy and she loves her dad and she's so happy for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't quite sure, you know, she kept in that meet disaster moment. She's like, oh, this name sounds really familiar. And I thought, when are they going to see each other? Like, this is going to be big and disastrous. And then it's at the engagement party of their parents. I'm like, oh, that's a big disaster.
Yes, it is. Future step siblings, which I think
awkward.
is a hard trope to sell to some people.
We actually had this discussion the other day where step siblings, it can be a tricky one depending on how it's played out. But I thought the way that you did it was really good because their meeting was completely separate from like the parental like aspect of it. Mm-hmm. Like they did not meet because of the parents meeting. They met separately. And it was, yes, there was a familial element like overall, but it was two separate like entities.
Yeah, it didn't, you know, I think it is. It's a hard trope that kind of get people on board with, but it doesn't read like that. And it certainly doesn't feel like that. There isn't a moment where it's more of a moment of, crike, you're going to have to sit across the table at Thanksgiving from that dude.
Forever.
Versus like, oh, that's slightly incestual. Like it didn't. Yeah. It didn't have that feel.
They grew up together. Yeah, no Game of Thronesing over here. You know, no Lannisters. No Lannisters.
No, but that's
and the fact that
there.
Like a whole different. I mean, it was a different situation too because they met through the accident, and it wasn't like there was a dinner party where the kids were meeting the fiancés. Like a big moment like that. This was like at an engagement party with lots of people in the crowd, including like, his best friend who he's a hoot. He's so funny. So when writing a meet cute like this, is it difficult to keep them like, because a lot of your books have meet cutes in them. Is it difficult to keep those feeling fresh or is it just what comes to you kind of write?
I think it's kind of just like, what comes to me, I kind of write. This meet cute was actually inspired by a Rescue 911 episode I saw way back in the 90s, where a woman had done a body cast on her pregnant sister for her art class, but she forgot the oil. So they had to call the firemen and they were chipping it off. And the mom was like, oh, too bad my daughters aren't single. And I don't know why years later it popped into my head and like, but what if she was single? And then what if they were going to be step siblings because their parents were getting married? Awkward. I just try to think of the most awkward things imaginable. And I'm like, yes, that's how I want two people to fall in love.
I love it. The awkward in this story just works so well. So this whole series, because this book is book 1 in your new Mile High Firefighter series, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so what is your inspiration for your firemen? You shared a video earlier today. You duetted a video on TikTok with these super sexy firemen. And I'm like, yeah, firemen are hot. I think everyone has a funny fireman story. I know that I do from my 20s. Previous to the man that on Saturday I will be celebrating 22 years of marriage with. But yay! But I have a funny firefighter story. My brothers had they had a house, but it was party house. And I might have been underage. I don't remember exactly, but and it was summer night and a house down the street, a couple houses down, caught fire. And we had been drinking a lot And this fire truck rolls up to the house, and all these firemen start piling out. And we were totally the stupid drunk girls that were like standing on their front porch yelling obscenities at the firemen, you know, while they're trying to fight a fire to take things off and do it with no shirt. Anyway, I'm obnoxious like that. But only when I'm drinking. Really true. So what was your fireman inspiration?
You know what? What made me? I think it's because Parker was a firefighter in the Mile High Happiness series, which the Mile High Firefighters is a spin-off of the Mile High Firefighters. And I was talking with Entangled, and we were thinking about what, you know, his job could be. And my best friend is actually married to a firefighter. They're high school sweethearts, and now he's a firefighter. He's a great guy. And I remember when he came to school, everyone's like, ooh, the new guy, he's so cute. And then they started dating. And I was like, you know what? Firefighters. Everybody loves a firefighter. I would often, when I lived in the heart of the city, I knew when the fire station would go to King Soopers to get their grocery order for the week and would time my grocery visits to make sure I was there in my cutest sundress with,
Adorable.
you know, with my hair all curled and my cute little parasol. And I would walk in, oh, firefighter shopping. Hello, how are you? And so I was like, firefighters. Everybody loves a firefighter.
Yes.
They're heroes. They're hot. And the women are just badasses.
They really are. They are. Your women are kind of badasses. So I like that. And I'll tell you what, like, I'm obsessed with Kelly Severide from Chicago Fire. Tyler Kinney, I think is who it is. He was engaged to Lady Gaga. He's like a silver fox, but he's not that old, but he has the Irish silver hair.
Early gray.
He's sexy. So that's who I kind of imagined Parker to be, just so we're all clear as to where I'm going.
So tell us a little bit about your writing process. Are you a pantser? Are you a planner?
Oh, I am a heavy, heavy plotter. I will, every single story I do, the first thing I do is I go out and I buy a notebook and I make sure I get the kind with the flaps in them.
Mm-hmm.
And I do character sheets where I fill out like, oh, there's Parker.
They have pictures and everything.
Yes. Yeah, that's the, I don't know if you could see his, like, that's who I imagined as Parker. Just random dude I find off the internet. It's just for my personal thing. I'm not posting anywhere. It's just my inspiration. And then before I even sit down to write, I plot out like every single chapter. Like all of the chapters are plotted out before I even start writing. So that when I do start writing, I usually write a chapter a day. And so, you know, it takes me about, depending on the size of the book, about 4 to 6 weeks to write a book after I have it plotted.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, then there's the sending it to the CP and editor and fixing all the mistakes. But yeah, I'm a heavy, heavy plotter. I have to know everything beforehand and I write it all down. And then, so like my outlines are more like a first draft almost.
Mariah is what I like to call a dream author. Honest to God. I work as a copy editor, a formatter, beta reading. I do a little bit of everything. And sometimes you get authors that are pantsers, and that's fine. Great. That's fine. But I'm sitting over here going, why did you forget to take your clothes off in this, you know, scene? Or then you have to tell the author, wait, it's really still like 10 a.m. in the morning at the beginning of the chapter. And now you're saying it's, you know, 9 p.m. at night, but we haven't really gone anywhere. So I need to know what's happening here. So like your little book there and everything, that's like amazing.
It's an editor's dream.
It is. It's an editor. You're like, yes, I love this. Okay, so for those following along, I put Mariah's Amazon link in the chat. As we say, for those of you that are here with us weekly, we tell you all the time, follow your favorite authors on Amazon. It not only helps them, but it helps you know when there are pre-releases and release dates. And I swear to God, I had 7 different emails from Amazon today with everybody releasing their books.
Such a busy day.
So do the authors you love a favor and make sure you're following on Amazon. Next thing up is, of course, our Patreon. I think many of the people watching this evening are members of our Patreon, and thank you to you. We can do fun events like Happy Hour Lives and Drunk Book Club. So if you're interested in helping support the podcast, you can join us over on Patreon. Okay, Leah, you got a game for us?
I do. I just have to pull it up, and I lost it, so it's just going to be a
Yay.
second.
We like a game. Okay, so anybody have any questions for Mariah in the chat? Anybody? Oh, Gretchen says being Bueller. Gretchen says being in California wildfire central, you'd think I'd have a fun firefighter story, but no luck yet. Gretchen, work harder. I'm counting on you to give me a firefighter story. She's gonna be like Becky.
That's your goal for the week.
You have been given an assignment, Gretchen. Figure out where they grocery shop and what time, and you need to go there. Although I think Gretchen might be married. So I'm sending her to flirt with firemen.
I mean, so am I.
It's okay to look at
You're
them.
married, not dead.
Not dead, just
Sure.
married.
I call it, research.
She says, I'm going to the station tomorrow. Gretchen, you go, girl. She's like, oh gosh. Gretchen's not sure what she signed up with us yet. She's like really sweet and quiet, but she reads like a fiend. And then she's like, and then I say thanks, and she's like, okay. Like,
If she didn't like us, she wouldn't come and hang out with us anymore.
That's right. And she does. She comes, hangs out with us. So, okay, you got your game up?
I have
Now
the
that
game
I've
up,
made
and-
it awkward.
Oh, that's normal. So we're going to play Would You Rather.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
It's not dirty version. Okay,
Okay,
would you
well-
rather have
Oh.
telekinesis, so the ability to move things with your mind, or telepathy, the ability to read minds?
Telekinesis.
I want
Becky?
to read minds. I want to read minds.
Why?
I probably would forget it. Well, can I
don't
wash
wanna be in
dishes?
people's heads.
If I have telekinesis, can I wash dishes
Yes.
with my mind? Okay, then I want that.
Yes.
I wrote a character with telekinesis. I'm like, I want that.
Yeah.
That-
Okay.
that would
that's
be
what I
awesome.
want. So
You
I
could
wouldn't
get
have
your
to do the
vodka
dishes.
gimlets without even moving.
Oh, that'd be some crazy shit. Nothing would ever get done, people.
Or everything
done.
would get done.
Or everything would get done. No,
Okay.
I'm sure you lose the skill the more you drink.
Okay, so would you rather be forced to sing along or dance to every single song you hear?
Sing.
Sing. Have you seen me?
Wow.
I am the whitest white girl. Although I always think, so I'm a huge, Mariah, I love that you said you were a theater kid, because I was a theater kid and I'm raising a theater kid. And I always think, wouldn't it be fun if life was a musical just one day? Where like, so I'm obsessed with that TV series.
Zoe's Extraordinary
Zoe's Extraordinary
Playlist.
Playlist.
Yes. I'm obsessed with it. I want to know people's feelings through song. I want a dance number randomly in the middle of The Office.
You should hang out with me. I sing all the time during the day. It annoys my husband because he'll say a word and it's from a song and I'll just have to sing the entire song. He's like, why? I'm like, because you said that word and it's part of that song and now I'm singing it all.
Why not?
Our children for a long time didn't know popular music, but they knew all the musicals. Like, my child can sing you the entire score of Cinderella and Mary Poppins. So Rent, she knows all the words
That's
to
a
Rent.
good
All
one.
of Rent.
I love Rent.
Rent is pretty good.
Good one.
Okay, so would you rather have everyone you know be able to read your thoughts, or for everyone you know to have access to your internet history?
Oh,
That's a hard one.
I
That's a hard one.
know.
I mean-
internet history, because I could blame anything sketchy on book research.
Sure.
Be like, no, it's book research. That's why I was looking that up, which most of my questionable stuff is book research.
Sure it is, because every author is on the hub at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Got it? Sure. That's for the purpose of writing. This
It
is
is.
when
I write romance novels. I have to make sure the positions are, accurate.
There you go.
this is one of my favorite things with accurate positions. So author Katie Roberts, she has dolls. She has
Yeah.
dolls that she puts in positions so that she can describe them accurately. I love that. I think that somebody needs to make an Instagram account that is nothing but dolls, the Barbie dolls, reenacting different scenes from romance novels. Don't you think that'd be hilarious?
That
I
would
would
be
follow
hilarious. That would get taken down so quickly. Instagram would
sure
be
it
like,
would.
this violates terms and guidelines.
But it'd still be fun just for a minute. I
It
think of
would.
like the little Star Wars Lego guys.
Oh, we have so many
Instagram.
of those.
Well, but there used to be like a Star Wars Stormtrooper Instagram where the Lego, where he was, put in different pictures and stuff.
He was dirty, a dirty stormtrooper.
It was a dirty. Anyway, I just think it'd be funny.
So
My
Becky,
book
what is your
review
answer
via
to the
Barbie.
question?
Listen,
Would you
people.
rather?
I have zero filter from here to here. Have you not learned this? How many times have I said penis in the podcast over the last year, people?
Well, that's the first time you said it tonight.
That is, but I have to make sure I say it every episode because I went on a penis hiatus for a while. Not on
true.
purpose, but
Okay. Well, we know. Okay. So
So.
would you rather swim in a pool full of Nutella or a pool full of maple syrup?
Oh,
oh, so sticky.
those are both terrible options. Yeah, Nutella, because I don't like the sticky of the maple. At least Nutella would be like soft and creamy. Oh, that's
Probably float on top. That shit's pretty thick.
yeah. You could like walk across it. Nutella Jesus.
Yeah, like be Nutella Jesus. That's a thing, people. Oh, Susie thinks I should make my Barbie dolls TikTok it. That's an idea, Susie.
It's a thought. Okay. So would you rather lounge by the pool or on the beach?
Oh, the pool, sand gets everywhere.
Which beach though? Are we talking East Coast Beach, West Coast Beach, North Beach, South Beach?
I don't know. I've only been on East Coast beaches, so I can't say what a West Coast beach is like.
They're rockier.
Beach, because I might be able to see a dolphin.
There you go.
That's fair.
Gretchen says syrup because how the heck would I get out of it? Gretchen wants an infinity pool overlooking the beach in Cabo.
Ooh.
She wants to go to Cabo.
That's
Gretchen.
the best of both worlds right there.
Cabo sounds amazing. We should go.
Let's go on a
Road
field trip. Okay, so would you rather get a paper cut every time you turn a page or bite your tongue every time you eat?
Oh,
These are terrible, Leah.
paper cut, because then I would just strictly read ebooks.
There you
Right.
go.
I would cheat the system and I would stop reading paperbacks.
I really like food, as we can tell. I mean, so I'm going with paper cuts. A little preparation H on the tips of your fingers will take out the sting of a paper cut.
Good to know.
I'm just saying, I've edited a lot of books. Preparation H.
Would you rather excuse me? Would you rather travel the world for free for a year or have $50,000 to spend however you please?
Travel the world for free. Yeah.
I'm going everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. I've been home for 18 months. I'm going everywhere.
Would you rather stay the age you are physically forever or stay the way you are now financially forever?
This is hard and
That's tough.
thoughtful.
Well,
Damn it.
I had to put some normal ones in there with the Nutella and the maple syrup.
I think I'd want to stay physically where I am right now, just because I can still do things. Wealth eventually, like financial stability, comes and goes, and I've crawled myself out of a few holes and, have lived to survive it. But to have your health and to be in good health, and, I would say that, given our history with our child, I think that I'm going to say, like, physically the age I am right now.
I'm going to have to go with wealth because, we're not like, woo, let's go to Cabo. We certainly can't do that, but we can pay our bills, which is great. And we have some in savings, which is wonderful. And I live with chronic illness. So it doesn't matter how old I am, my body sucks.
Yeah.
So,
That's fair.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
I
It's-
like the stability we have now. I would
Yeah.
pick the stability.
It's been hard because everybody in quarantine has complained about how it's been such a hard year and such a rough year. Job-wise, and for our family, this has been our most successful year. Like, we have my husband's job, my job, our children, everything. It's been our best year ever. Like, we have a savings again. I have a 18-year-old that had a liver transplant. So, like, that is paid off and we are settled and things are good. And, so it's, so there is value in having a savings again and being, if I can't go to Cabo, no, I'm not going to Cabo, but if I want to order $100 worth of sushi, I can. And I might have, but not tonight. But, different times. Anyway.
You have the option.
But I can, yes.
There.
Okay. So would you rather kiss Chris Pratt, Chris Pine, Chris Evans, or Chris Hemsworth?
Chris Evans. I saw all his stuff on Twitter. That's all I'm saying.
Ooh. Chris Pine. I feel like he's so overlooked. He has those beautiful eyes. He's so sweet and nice. Yeah, Chris Pine.
Everyone else bad hair, though.
I'll take
He has bad hair. His hair is just weird.
His dad
we can shave his head. He could pull off a buzz cut. I think he could do that. Or I'll buy him a wig.
I mean, it's only hair.
Hair today.
He played Captain Kirk like really well. So like he's got that nerdy factor to him. I see it.
Oh, nerds.
I love a nerd. I married a nerd. I'm raising
Me too.
the nerds.
I am a nerd.
I love them. But I will say I saw Chris Evans' business on Twitter. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, the oops.
Yeah.
The oops.
Now that he has your attention.
Would you rather be
go ahead.
What?
No, go ahead.
Right.
My child was like, "Did you really look at it?" I'm like,
"Of course,
yes."
I did.
Yes. I did. Anyway.
Would you rather be always stuck in traffic but find a perfect parking spot, or never hit traffic but always take forever to park?
Oh, they both make me so angry.
I am a badass at parallel parking, so I'll be stuck in traffic. That's fine. As long as I don't have to walk too far. I don't want to walk more than 2 blocks to the bar.
But it's the perfect parking spot.
Right.
Yeah, probably stuck in traffic. I could just turn the comedy channel on and just chill out to comedy. So
I got plenty of podcasts to listen to. I can be stuck in traffic.
Would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader?
Yoda, talk like I will.
I already pretty much breathe like Darth Vader, so I'm gonna stick with that one. I already sound like an idiot half the time. I'm not sure that Yoda talk would help that image.
That's true. Good God. Would you rather spend the weekend with pirates or ninjas?
Pirates. Will they sing pirate songs?
I mean, they could do what you want.
Yes. And are they like historically accurate pirates with like scurvy and bad teeth and stuff? Or like romantic Pirates of the Caribbean pirates?
They're whatever pirates you want.
Romantic pirates.
Romantic pirates, then.
Beverly Jenkins type pirates.
Ooh, yes. I will take that.
Yeah, like Joanna Lindsay Mallory family type pirates. Like,
Susie agrees. Yeah. She goes for the pirates.
Always the pirates. They have a boat. I mean, I can sail the world.
And sea shanties.
Right? As long as they sing a sea shanty, I'm good.
Would you rather never get a cold ever again or never be stuck in traffic ever again?
You in traffic?
I don't know.
I never want a cold.
I don't either.
Yeah, I think I never have a cold. No one in our family has gotten sick since the pandemic started because we've been wearing masks and we haven't been around people. It's been wonderful. We haven't had a cold in our house in a year and a half. It's great.
If we didn't have seasonal allergies, we wouldn't have had anything. But we got the for allergy people.
I have allergy people, but it's been like the healthiest year of life. Like no bad bronchitis. Nobody had to have a chest x-ray in the last 18 months. Like It's kind of
Here's a good one.
phenomenal.
Would you rather have a mullet or a perm?
I'll take the perm.
I'll take a perm.
Take a perm, yeah. I don't want a party in the back and business up front. No, thank you.
So my
People need to
husband
see the
and
party
I-
all the time.
on the mullet front. So my husband and I watched this Nickelodeon documentary the other day or last week because he was on evenings, and it was like the start of the Nickelodeon like TV like channel, and the mullet game was strong on a lot of these shows.
Ryan Reynolds had a mullet when he was on You Can't Do That on Television all those
Like
years
the
ago.
Salute Your Shorts guys, like they sported mullets.
He and his wife, their relationship is like relationship gold. Blake Lively and him, the way that they like totally troll each other.
It's so funny.
I love them.
And their little games with Hugh Jackman, I'm like, and just, theater nerd moment, I saw some video of Hugh and Sutton practicing dancing for Music Man.
Oh yeah.
Opening in October on Broadway.
That'll be a good one.
Right. Him and Sutton Foster. I'm going to need to see it.
Yeah, that'll be good. I like that musical too, so it all works out. Okay,
Pick
would you rather work alongside Dwight Schrute or Homer Simpson?
Homer Simpson.
Dwight Schrute or Homer Simpson?
I don't know who Dwight is.
He's from The Office.
The Office.
Oh, I don't watch The Office.
I've only seen like one episode, but I don't like him. Homer's a lovable goof. I can deal with a lovable goof. I will give him a donut and he will go over there and eat his donuts.
He drinks a lot and eats donuts. I think he's like my brother. That's all I'm saying.
I could hang with him. Dwight is woof.
Okay, here's the last one. Would you rather have Celine Dion or Eminem perform the soundtrack of your life?
Well, since my life involves a lot of swearing.
Yes, Celine Dion. I don't want to know what Eminem would say about me.
Mariah's hitting the power ballads.
Yeah,
I think I have to go with Eminem just because there'd be a lot of swearing in my life, and
Gretchen's
I'm ghetto.
on the same. Gretchen says Eminem also.
Yeah, I'm hard.
Well, that was Would You Rather.
That was ridiculous.
It was. You're welcome.
So Mariah, what is next for you? So we have The Wedding Dilemma, which is available right now on all platforms.
And you should get it and read it. It is.
You should grab a copy. Find it on Amazon or wherever you buy your books. It's adorable, and Parker and Tamsin are a delightful couple, and you will love them. I promise. Gretchen is still stuck on syrup and Nutella, just so we're all clear. She's still.
We broke her with that question.
I did. I'm sorry, Gretchen. Broken. I didn't mean to break you.
So Mariah, what's next?
Coming up next is going to be O'Neill's story.
Okay.
So O'Neill is getting his book next. It's another meat disaster. It's very funny. My agent described it as if you were to read Bingley and Jane falling in love. So two softies falling in love, being like, I love you, but we can't be together, but I love you. But it's very soft, but also very funny. It's fake dating trope.
Ooh.
So lots of fun with that.
I love that relationship.
So wait, is it awkward fake dating? Because I would imagine O'Neill has to be a little bit awkward.
It's very awkward fake dating, and it's made even more awkward by the fact that the heroine has this little quirk, Lexi. She tends to say her inside voice outside.
Oh, I love when that happens.
All the time. So the things she thinks in her head come out her mouth, and then she's like, please just, I'm going to go in a hole and die now.
Oh my God.
I didn't say
I love
that.
her already.
Oh, the moments that could cause. Oh, I'm so excited. So we can expect that this fall?
Yes, it'll be later in this year. And then next year is the third book, Ward and Diaz. Which will be so fun.
So fun.
That one's going to be a good one because they were funny in this one, like the way they talked to each other and the way they interacted.
Oh, yes. They're my frenemies, which is another trope that I just love writing. Frenemies, when they're friends, but they're enemies. But, it's very, very headbutting and so much fun. Male firefighter, female firefighter. There's going to be some power struggles there that are super fun. And cave sex.
Ooh.
Just a little teaser for you there.
I like these.
Okay, well, that
I
won't
like
be
all
till
of these
next.
things.
That's not till 2022, people. So while you're waiting, grab your copy of The Wedding Dilemma, because that's
And
available
everything else
now.
that Mariah has written.
Right. Yes. I'm excited to dive into your other series. I'm really excited. Like, it's kind of sad that this is my life. Like, look, ooh, a new author. I have 10 books to read. Yay!
That's my life too. It's a wonderful life.
Gretchen, the name of this series is Mile High Firefighters, right?
Yes, the Mile High Firefighters.
So The Wedding Dilemma is book 1 in the series.
Mm-hmm.
But she has, the previous series was the Mile High
Happiness.
High Happiness. Their wedding planner. Gretchen wants to know if it's connected to the other series. There is a couple of characters that cross over, but
yeah, because isn't Prue and her husband?
Yep,
they are
Prue
one
and
of the books.
Finn. Yeah, they're planning. The wedding planners from this book are helping plan the parents' wedding in the other book, but they're all standalones. You can read them in any order. Okay. It doesn't matter, but they're just a spin-off, if you will.
Yeah, Gretchen is our series reader. She likes to devour book from one to end.
Because that is the way you should, though.
You mean we shouldn't be like the chaotic people in our lives that read the middle of the series and then go on? Some of us do
them,
that.
But no.
We love them, but no. Okay, if you guys are still here with us, give us a hey, so that whoever is with us can win our vintage library book candle, some stickers.
I'm kind of jealous of that. It's an awesome
and to be
smell.
happy. It's a really nice candle.
That is one thing I miss about like reading an actual book is the smell. Like if they could scent my Kindle, that would be awesome.
That would be awesome. I might have some more of these candles I can shove in the box that I really do need to send your way.
It'll show up eventually.
Eventually, it will. It's on my shelf. You can see in my corner back here that there's my pile of packages that need mailed that I haven't quite made labels for from last week. But I'm going to get them, so it'll be okay.
What does your letterboard say tonight?
Oh, it's a quote from the book. Oh, wrong way. With you, it's always exciting. That was from the book. That was one of my favorite.
Well, I can't read it. It's too far.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was one of my favorite little moments in the book. I just really liked that moment. So I really connected. I don't know if it's because Tamsin was just so awkward and Parker, like I spent half the time being like, Parker, take the stick out of your ass, dude. Relax. You need to chill out. Like I didn't want to throat punch him. There were no dick punching moments, nothing like that. Like I wasn't angry with him. I just wanted him to relax and be in the moment every once in a while. He's a little intense. Carolina is still here.
But he is called out on it, which I liked.
I'm a big
Susie
fan
says,
of the call-outs.
Susie says she likes to go into Barnes & Noble and just take a deep breath.
Ooh, that's a good plan.
That's a good plan. And Carolina would like us to scent her Kindle also. Okay, guys, apparently we have a new business. We are scenting a candle. Okay, so Mariah, pick a number between 1 and 5.
3.
3. Miss Heather, you are our winner this evening. You can email me info@bookcaseandcoffee.com and we will get this these goodies out to you. So thank you, Mariah, for giving us your time and joining us this evening. We were so happy.
Thank you, everybody that came and watched.
Thank you for having me. It was so much fun.
Anytime, you are welcome to join us. It was so fun to talk to you, and I'm excited to read what's next from you.
Thank you.
So thanks, everyone, for joining us, and we'll see you. We're back next Thursday with author Shannon Schroeder and her new pen name, Sloane Steele. I have a lot to remember, so anyway.
There's a lot of S's there.
There were a lot of S's. Anyway, we'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.
Happy reading, everybody.